Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Okay, we're gonna dive right in today because this topic is absolutely huge. Look, if you've ever felt stuck, unmotivated, or like you're just leaving your true potential on the table, you're definitely going to want to pay close attention. Today, we're breaking down exactly how to escape your brain's built-in safety trap and build a real, actionable roadmap to success. The source material makes a fascinating argument. Your brain is biologically wired to keep you safe, not to make you successful, but to keep you safe. Meaning, if you just stay in your comfort zone, you're literally wasting your potential. So, if you're ready to stop waiting and start building, let's figure out how to forcefully rewire your mind right now. So, why exactly does your brain resist hard work? We've all asked ourselves this, right? Usually when we're staring at a blank screen or actively avoiding a massive project. It is so easy to just label ourselves as lazy or completely undisciplined. But the underlying truth from our research is actually far more interesting. Staying in your comfort zone and wasting your potential, it isn't laziness at all. It's biology. It is hardwired right into you. Section 1, the brain's safety trap. Think of it like this. Our brains haven't fully updated their software since the caveman days. The safety trap is basically your primitive mind's absolute preference for familiar routines. Why? Because to your primitive mind, unknown effort literally feels like a saber-toothed tiger. It signals danger. Your brain wants to conserve energy at all costs, which honestly explains so much, doesn't it? When you find yourself endlessly scrolling on your phone instead of tackling your goals, that's just your brain's biological way of avoiding the perceived danger of effort. Scrolling burns less energy, so your brain literally rewards you for staying safe.
Section 2, hacking your comfort zone.
Now, obviously, we don't want to just stay safe, right? We want to succeed. So how do we hack this? The source material calls the first method micro-discomfort training. The rule is incredibly simple. Do one small thing every single day that makes you uncomfortable. You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. You really just need a tiny shock to the system. Take a freezing cold shower. Yes, I know it's terrible, but it works. Or wake up just 20 minutes earlier than you usually do. By creating these small controlled environments, you're telling your brain, hey, I'm choosing the uncomfortable path, and guess what? We're surviving just fine. The second hack? It all comes down to the number 5. This is the 5-second rule. It works like this. The absolute second you get an impulse to work or take action on a goal, you literally count down in your head. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you physically move. You have to take action before your brain has the time to invent some cozy excuse not to. You are essentially outrunning your own biological defense mechanisms.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. What happens when you combine these two hacks? When you force your brain out of its safe area using micro-discomfort training and the 5-second rule, you trigger neuroplasticity. You aren't just tweaking your habits here. You are quite literally rewiring the physical architecture of your mind. By conquering small, engineered moments of discomfort, you forge brand new neural pathways to handle massive, real-world challenges. You're forcefully upgrading your brain's software.
Section 3, the 4-step success ladder.
So escaping your comfort zone gives you this incredible surge of energy. But as our source points out, without direction, all that energy is completely wasted. Here is the framework to channel it: plan, learn, try and fail fast, and succeed. This right here is exactly where most people stumble. They watch a motivational video, they count backward from 5, they jump in a cold shower, they get super hyped up, but they have absolutely no system. To build sustainable success, you've got to follow these 4 steps in order. Let's break them down. Step 1 is plan. The absolute key here, constraint. You really need to stop overcomplicating things. Forget the elaborate 5-year plan with 50 different variables. Define just one main goal for the next 90 days. That's it. That is your singular, non-negotiable target. This creates absolute clarity and stops your brain from getting overwhelmed and retreating right back into that safety trap.
Once you've got that 90-day goal locked in, move to step 2, learn. And this is crucial. You must acquire only the specific skill needed for that goal. Learning has to be highly targeted. Like, if your goal requires basic video editing, do not spend 6 months studying advanced cinematography. Learn exactly what you need to execute today and nothing more. Because honestly, unfocused learning is very often just a clever disguise for procrastination.
Now, step 3 requires a pretty massive mental shift. Try and fail fast. Most people look at failure as a total crushing defeat, but this framework demands that we view failure simply as raw data. Action creates clarity. By taking aggressive daily action, you are going to stumble, for sure. But those stumbles aren't the end of the road.
They're literally just data points telling you exactly what to tweak for tomorrow.
And finally, step 4, succeed. Now, I know what you're thinking, but the real truth about success is incredibly unglamorous. We always imagine success as this massive, cinematic moment of triumph. But the reality? Success is just small, boring daily habits repeated consistently over a long period of time. It is doing the grueling work when that initial burst of motivation is long gone. It's just showing up for the daily routine, day in and day out.
Section 4, action creates motivation.
This is literally the ultimate secret of this entire explainer. Action comes first, and motivation follows. I'll say it again. Motivation does not come before action. If you're sitting around waiting for a sudden surge of inspiration before you start your 90-day plan, you are actively letting your primitive brain win.
So you have to stop waiting. Stop waiting for the perfect day. Stop waiting for the perfect mood. Stop waiting for the perfect plan. Guys, none of those things exist. The only way to succeed is to start way before you feel ready. Take the action first, using your 5-second rule if you have to, and that action creates momentum, and then that momentum fuels your drive. Your future is built entirely on the actions you take today, not the ones you plan to take when you finally feel like it.
Which leaves us with one final and honestly vital question to wrap things up today. I want you to ask yourself honestly right now, what is one thing you will stop waiting to do? Find that one thing, apply the 5-second rule, and take action on it today. Thank you so much for joining me to explore these ideas. Stop waiting and start building.